What
Very
up,
uncomfortable.
everybody? Oh, yes. Old
Like this.
school. It's been a while since we've used that theme, but yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is time. It is Taco Tuesday. And you know what that means. You are now experiencing distance nerding.
We're here to nerd together. Somehow together. Nailed it for the 223rd time, talking about anything pop culture, news, movies, food, music, wrestling, comics, Comic Cons, whatever you're nerding out on, we want to talk about it.
Now, of course, if you are watching on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That really helps us out. Listen on your favorite podcast app, whether it's on Spotify or if you're on Apple Podcasts. I don't know why I couldn't say Apple Podcasts just right there. Leave us a review. Remember, 5 stars helps us so much. Follow us on all the social medias: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Threads, Blue Sky, Discord, all the places at Distance Nerding. And of course, you can email us at your place of choice if that place of choice is distancenerding@AOL.com.
All right, let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching The Download.
And of course, Distance Nerding is also part of the Geek Freaks Network. Okay, yeah, there we go. Connecting, informing, and entertaining fellow geeks and nerds, however you identify, creating a space where fans can explore their fandoms, discover new ones, and engage in meaningful discussions. Check out the Geek Freaks podcasts, Challenge Accepted, Outlast Productions, Fandom Portals, Who's Got Next Game, Disney Mom's Gone Wrong, Geek Freaks interviews, headlines, Anime Plus, and of course, Distance Nerding, the show you're watching right now. Whether you're into blockbuster films, classic video games, or niche comic series, the Geek Freaks Network has got you covered. You can find out more at gfpods.com. Once again, that is gfpods.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep rolling along here. It's time to start some rumors.
Woo. Is there no love lost for Taika? Chris Hemsworth seems to be steering the God of Thunder in a different direction for Thor 5, one with more grit and less goofiness. And according to a recent report, he's got a specific director in mind. Secret Wars won't be the end of his story. Thor 5 is in the works, but with no Taika this time. And Hemsworth's pushing for Sam Hargrave, you know, the Extraction guy. Talking on the table, is Taika's time in the MCU finally up? Very confusing. I don't think
Taika Waititi's time is done.
No, we're gonna take him out back. And we're gonna
just take him out the pasture. No, I don't think Taika Waititi's done with the MCU, but I think he may be done with Thor. I think he did go a little bit too goofy in certain things, and there are certain properties within Marvel that can benefit from something like that. But I do see. I think actually it is a good idea to have Sam Hargrave go the route of Thor, just because he knows how to balance humor with action, and the man can direct an action scene. If you've seen the Extraction movies, they're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, great. And yeah, like the breakdown of the action scenes. Did you say meh?
I said meh.
Really? Extraction was great.
So real quick,
my tacos are on the table.
Yeah.
My electrically charged tacos that only the most worthy can handle and eat are on the table.
Yeah, my tacos are on the table. I don't think Taika's coming back. I think Taika's, I don't know, he's moving on, and I think Marvel's moving on as well.
I have enjoyed both of the Taika Thor movies.
They're
always
fun.
Have the goats.
And so I would love him to come back. I don't know if he is. There was a lot of hate for Love and Thunder, and I feel like...
Yeah, like I said, Taika Waititi, there is a certain type of humor. You know, he would be good for certain types of movies, but not so much back on a Thor movie where you have to kind of balance a bit of seriousness with the humor.
Yeah,
I agree. All right, let's keep it going though.
All right, let's move on here. So from an asterisk to an X, Marvel Studios is making moves on its long-awaited X-Men movies, and it looks like Thunderbolts director Jake Schreier is at the top of their list to helm it. Schreier directed the episodes of Netflix's Beef and Lucasfilm's Star Wars Skeleton Crew. His body of work points to a filmmaker who can balance character-driven drama with genre flair, which is perfect for the complexities of an X-Men ensemble. So, guys, tacos on the table. Would you be excited if Jake Schreier directed the X-Men reboot?
Yeah, you gotta do it right. Would you be excited?
Would you be excited?
My tacos are on the table. I didn't know he did beef. That's awesome. I didn't know he did Skeleton Crew. Even
Yeah.
better. Like,
I knew he did
Skeleton Crew is
okay.
great, So
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I'm
no,
digging this.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Just
Shut
like
up
how
and
we
take
said,
my tacos.
just like how we said Taika Waititi is on the out with Marvel and Disney, I think he's on the in. I think he's their new darling.
My tacos have been abandoned on the table. By we're not gonna name who, but they have been abandoned on the table.
My tacos
They
are
also
on the
may
table.
not exist.
Oh, God. My tacos are on the table, mainly just because, again, I agree with the article that he does a good job of balancing kind of like, that adventure along with really character-driven stuff. Like if you for those of you who haven't seen Skeleton Crew was a really good character-driven story. You care about the stakes, you care about the characters, and he did a really good job with that series. So I think he's a good pick to do the X-Men.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. Who's got the next one? Is it me? Me.
It's you.
Is it me? It's me.
It's me.
It could be you.
All right. Oh, this one. Iger just snapped his Disney gauntlet on Disney Plus. Okay, let's break it down. The good news: the surviving members of the Thunderbolts, also known as the new Avengers and Fantastic Four, will pop into all kinds of Marvel movies going forward.
Ooh.
Yay! Yay, Disney. Now, the bad news is Marvel Studios fans should not expect to see any of the big movie stars in any of the forthcoming Disney Plus shows. So, the rumors are you'll get mentions of characters like how Spider-Man was mentioned in Daredevil Born Again during a speech from Mayor Fisk. Wilson Fisk? Mayor Fisk. Yeah.
He's mayor at that point.
But we're not going to get any more crossover of like the movie star level actors into the Disney Plus shows. So the upcoming Vision series, Vision Quest, will be the last Marvel series to feature major characters from the movies. It's just like Bob Iger's the new Thanos. He just snapped.
This pisses me off to no end.
And all the stars are gone now. Oh my gosh. So talk is on the table. No major cameos on MCU television. Is this Disney Plus or is this going to be Disney minus?
Yeah. No, I think it's a dumb move. I think
Yeah.
I think what he's doing, I understand what he's doing. He's doing because he doesn't want to pay all these big actors to be in the shows when he can pay a new actor that's playing a character for the first time. He can pay them at a lower rate. So
Right. No, it's
Iger's
totally
looking,
yeah.
Iger's looking at cost and not at the he's not looking at the universe overall. And I don't think he cares.
I will shoot your fucking cat.
I mean, honestly, that's how I feel. I feel exactly that way.
I feel like a lot of what kind of killed the DCU, or the DCEU, I should say, because DCU is a new one. The DCEU was caring more about money than story and then creativity and all of that. And so I'm kind of worried about that happening again to a certain degree, that they're going to just rush shit out because it's, we have, we want bigger bonuses, we want more money, we want to pay people less or whatever. And that's not how you do a cinematic universe. That's not how you do a movie.
Yeah, the whole
It's not
thing.
how you do comics.
It's not how you do anything.
Yeah, Iger is like I said, the issue that I have with Bob Iger is that he is obsessed with trying to save money in any way that he can, but he's like sacrificing everything else. So
yeah,
my tacos are on the table for this. I do think Iger's going to do this where, hey, movie stars are going to stay movie stars, and TV actors, you may be able to get you into a movie on from time to time, but like you're going to be TV actors, and that's just going to be how it's going to be. Because one of the things he likes to do, he likes to have the big show like the Avengers. He wants that to happen, so he wants to have some exclusivity to the movies and get people out to the movies. Frey, I know you wanted to say something. You got some tacos on the table? Are they falling off? What's happening?
Disney's new slogan. I hate it here.
Tacos that scream. I hate it here.
And this is probably why they didn't want to do a Hawkeye season 2, and they just kind of, hey, let's undercut, Jeremy Renner, so we don't have to do season 2 and we can blame it on him. But really, we didn't want to do one anyway.
Unfortunately, my cynical tacos are on the table.
Yeah, my tacos are on the table. Again, I kind of laid it all out. Iger is looking at profitability. He's looking at money in his pocket, and he's not looking at overall creativity. He's not doing what Walt Disney would have done.
No.
Because Walt Disney would have said, damn all the money, put out the best creative thing that you can.
Yes,
exactly.
I totally agree with you. Right? That's it. It's not the Disney way. It's not the Walt Disney way that they're going about it. But I totally agree.
The mouse is very disappointed in you.
Yeah, they've
and
strayed
add
away.
more screaming goats.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, they've definitely strayed away from again what Walt Disney. It's not the company that Walt built anymore. All the way there goes the goat.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah. All right. Was that our last rumor?
That was our last rumor. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into the rest of the news. It is time for the rest of the download. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for more news, trailers, reactions, check out the Distance Nerdington post. Let us know what you're nerding out on. We've got some quick bites to jump into this whole thing. So some quick news stories real quick here. Quick bites. If I could have like some kind of thing that was just like this. Oh my God, I've got an idea. I just didn't have somebody make it now. All right, let's jump into this, guys. Let's move into this first story.
There can be only one! And it is Henry Cavill. After years of development, the Highlander reboot starring Henry Cavill is finally moving forward. Director Chad Stahelski? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, has confirmed that the movie is expected to start shooting this September, with the film currently eyeing a release window in 2027 or 2028.
Ooh.
If anybody, he was made for this
As
role.
Queen said.
Absolutely. I agree that he is going to make a great Highlander.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
I'm super excited about it. I really am.
Yeah, no, I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
And we
Can't
need,
you tell?
we do need like a modern band now to do another Highlander song. We need that to happen again.
It's got to be somebody who's just as epic as Queen, though.
Yeah, which is
I know who I want. You ready? You ready for this? I already know it, and he's been on the show.
Oh,
James Durbin.
James Durbin. I might have to text him in a minute.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Like, James, you got to make a new Highlander song, man.
Yeah.
He's got that
in the movie or not. Just make it.
He's got that high pitch. He can do that falsetto. Yeah. He's got that 80s rock vibe. Oh, he'd be so perfect.
Be pretty good.
Okay.
Well, let's move on to the next story here. Over to some precious news. Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum film will be a standalone story filmed in New Zealand with Peter Jackson attached as an executive producer. Officially, Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema have announced that The Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum will hit theaters on December 17th of 2027.
All right.
Okay.
I didn't know I needed this, but I'll go watch it.
We didn't.
I'll go watch this.
We didn't need this. I don't know
what you don't want Lord of the Rings? You of all people?
I love Lord of the Rings stuff. I don't think this is a story we need to be telling. This doesn't need to be told. We don't need context for literally everything around. Like, we have it already.
I honestly didn't know this was a story. I don't know if this is in books or anything.
It was hinted in Fellowship because they talked about because there was that whole cutaway where they went to, how Gollum, he was a hobbit originally with Smeagol, and then found the ring and got corrupted and all that. I think that's what this story is. We didn't
No,
need that.
this is supposed to be post. This is supposed to be.
Is it?
Yeah, it was something about. There's a point in the books where he's not with them, and yeah, it's supposed to be after the fact. So.
Oh well, then we definitely don't need it.
Yeah, it's adding context to something within the story.
What? No, wait, no.
Maybe Lord of the Rings: The Hunt for Gollum is Gollum on hunt for like a toupee because his hair is looking rough. You know what I mean? He's looking for some kind of hobbit toupee.
Took some of my hairs, they did.
Something.
People who have really good hair. Really good hair.
Coming from guys with good hair.
Yeah.
Really good hair.
Thank you.
I think the
appreciate it.
Supernatural boys have really good hair.
Okay.
Oh.
The boys are back in town. The end of The Boys is setting up a Supernatural reunion. Fans have been excited for when Jensen Ackles, Jared Padalecki, and Misha Collins officially set to share the screens once again, thanks to The Boys. That's an odd reunion, but we'll take it. Creator Erik Kripke confirmed that the beloved Supernatural trio will appear together in season 5 of The Boys, which will also serve as the final season of the Amazon Prime Video series. There's no official date for The Boys season 5 just yet, but 2026 is looking likely. Are you down with this? I know there's Supernatural fans out there.
I love this idea. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
One
Love
of
it.
my friends will be very happy.
I mean, Jensen Ackles did such a good job in the last season. Or was it
Yeah,
the season before?
Soldier Boy. He was
Soldier
so
Boy was-
good. That was 2 seasons ago.
There
right.
you go.
But
Soldier
I mean,
Boy,
like,
tell him.
creating a kind of like a different take on Soldier Boy, because Soldier Boy, he was a decent character in the comic, but he just seems so much more epic in the show than he was in the comic. And bringing in Jared Padalecki and Misha Collins as other characters, I kind of like the idea of them doing like that whole impromptu, reunion, supernatural reunion on The Boys. But I mean, they're going to be playing characters that are within that universe.
The Boys
Yeah.
universe. Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I forgot to look it up. Is Erik Kripke involved somehow with Supernatural?
Oh my God, let's move on. I cannot believe you just said that out loud.
All I have, all I need to know is, are they going to pronounce the Latin correctly this time?
Probably.
No.
That was just for you.
Frank,
Never.
you want to talk about
never
the
will.
connection real quick?
No, I don't. You know what? Engage in the culture sometimes, James. Come on.
All right, move on.
He only created the frickin' show,
Next
dude.
story.
And you know what? I need you to put some sunblock on because we're going back to the wasteland, baby. Prime Video has officially greenlit Fallout for a 3rd season, and it comes before season 2. So we
Ooh.
don't even have any season 2 stuff, and we already are getting to season 3. You vaulters. I have no idea anything about the Fallout games. I don't know what they're called. Vault dwellers, whatever. For now, chill out in your bunker and wait for Fallout season 2 premiering this December.
So
We'll
that's
all
it.
need a little heat.
It's weird
during
that they're
this
going from like
December.
doing 1, 3, 2. That's strange to do that. I see.
That's terrible. So I'm excited for this just because season 1 was great. Season 2 seems like they're going into New Vegas. I just recently replayed New Vegas, and it's like, okay, it's gonna be interesting to see how they go into this. Also, I know that they said that they wanted to bring Death Claws into this into this next season. In the game, New Vegas is surrounded by Death Claws, so it's going to be interesting to see how they portray the Death Claws whether it's like the early version of the character of the monsters, because they're big and hulking in the early games, but they're like massive in the later games. So like when you get to Fallout 4 and 76, Deathclaws are like these giant, massive, like Godzilla-sized monsters. So just it's going to be interesting to see how they portray the Deathclaw, but also just kind of like not just that, but like how they do everything with New Vegas, the different factions that are involved in there. I can't wait to see if they have some of the gangs from New Vegas. There's literally a gang of Elvis impersonators.
There should always be a gang of
I have
Elvis
played about
impersonators.
30 minutes of New Vegas and it crashed. So
No, got to remember that the game takes place in like 2060 something, right? So by the time these gangs start, Elvis has been long dead.
well, yeah, no, it's not 2060. It's like 2260 or something.
Yeah, I think the show takes place in 2286, from what I read.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like so far.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy. I don't get it.
Yeah.
How does the ghoul live that long?
Like Last of Us for me, because like I don't want to play the games ever, but I adore the shows.
There's a lot involved in the games, so I mean, like you kind of have to like invest and be ready to play a long game.
You might
It's like a
Fallout.
second full-time job.
Yeah, the
You
Fallout
might
games-
enjoy Fallout, but
Yeah. And Frey, how is Erik Kripke involved in Fallout?
Oh God.
No.
I'm writing that down, Eric.
Next door, before Frey kills someone, it's time to warm up the bat signal because I am vengeance. The Batman Part 2 is finally gearing up to step out of the shadows and in front of the cameras. According to the latest issue of Production Weekly, the highly anticipated sequel is expected to begin filming in March of 2026. That's good news. The not-so-good news is that Matt Reeves isn't listed as a director. For now, fans will have to brood on rainy rooftops, and we'll have to wait to see how this plays out.
I'm good that we have some kind of date for this now because it's been in such a limbo.
What's going on with Matt Reeves?
Well, Philippe, you talked about it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
That
There's a lot surrounding going around just saying that Matt Reeves may not be he may be pulling out because he doesn't like the direction that they're trying to push it into. Also, there's a lot that's going on where they just fully don't have a script written.
Yeah. I like your helmet,
Excuse me?
James.
Your helmet, James.
Your helmet, James.
Yeah, the Stormtrooper helmet.
Oh,
Erik Kripke created Supernatural.
For the record.
But how was he part of the boys? There was a connection there, and I was waiting for you to hit the connection, but instead you flipped me off.
James, you can do your own research.
But did Erik Kripke?
It's called Google. Just go to google.com. No.
But we're trying to get her to put it on the show and explain it on the show. Anybody can go to Google, but people are watching the show, so we're trying to get them to watch it.
Go to Google, look up Erik Kripke.
Just like I want people to go watch.
I was the only one not talking during that. You guys were all talking over each other, and I was not. So,
just like how we want people to go watch Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Oh no!
Oh, segue.
Woo.
Stocks, sports cars, houses. No Pee-wee's bike? Come on. The Red Rocket Tank Dream machine that launched Pee-wee Herman across the country in Pee-wee Herman's Big Adventure just sold at an auction for a staggering $125,000. The bike, one of 14 custom made for the 1985 film, was used in various stunt scenes in the film. It's reportedly been restored multiple times, but all its cinematic DNA remains intact. If you want a discount on a $125,000 bike, just tell them Large Marge sent you.
Large.
It's like
Marge.
the ship of Theseus.
But it's the bike of Theseus.
It's the bike of Theseus.
Yes.
It's the bike.
Oh
that
my
you
God.
put on the ship of Theseus.
Yeah. definitely.
$125,000 for this bike. That is amazing. Like Okay, I love Pee Wee Herman, but I would not expect that 6 figures for a bike like this.
And I'm sure they got more because Paul passed away. So I mean, like,
Yeah,
now
that's a
it's
good
like,
point.
okay, we
Yeah.
can probably get more because now that Paul passed away, we can charge more for it.
Could be. That is nuts, though. Shadu, have you seen Pee Wee's Big Adventure?
Okay, so
Okay,
my
here we go.
answer here depends
Here
on
it
what reaction I'm going to get.
All right. A modern day classic, I don't think does this justice, but
Speaking of modern
This
day classics,
movie
we-
is amazing.
speaking of modern day
I'm
classics,
with you guys.
no, okay, all right. Speaking of classics, it's about to be game over, man. Game over.
Game over, man. Game over.
FX has finally cracked open the airlock on Alien Earth, the upcoming sci-fi series from Fargo and Legion creator Noah Hawley. Sure.
It's
In
Holly.
space, no one can hear you scream. Oh, actually, sorry. We have a synopsis. In space, no one can hear you scream. Opsis. They mostly come out at night. Mostly synopsis.
In space, no one can hear you scream opsis.
They mostly
Odd.
at night. Mostly.
Synopsis.
In the year 2120, the Earth is governed by 5 corporations: Prodigy, Weyland-Yutani, Lynch, Dynamic, and Threshold. In this corporate era, cyborgs, humans with both biological and artificial parts, if you didn't know what a cyborg was, and synthetics, humanoid robots with artificial intelligence, exist alongside humans. When the mysterious deep space research vessel, the USCSS Maginot, crash lands on Earth, a ragtag group of tactical soldiers make a fateful discovery that puts them face to face with the planet's greatest threat in FX's Alien Earth. The 8-episode season will air on Hulu and FX with a 2-episode premiere bursting out on August 12th.
I love that this is going to be cyberpunk. Because it makes so much sense for Alien. I know they always said that it lives in the dystopian cyberpunk future, but we never got to see a lot of those like cyberpunk elements to it. So kind of doing a cyberpunk show where they're dealing with the xenomorphs or just dealing with the face huggers or whatever have you that they're pulling from Alien. I love the idea of all of this. So this is I hope that it hits as much as the movies that have been coming out have been.
Yeah, I'm excited for this movie or this show, I mean, because the way that they framed it, it's like, hey, the Earth is now governed by 5 corporations and they're all fighting, and then all of a sudden, oh, let's just mix in some xenomorphs. I like this.
Xenomorphs.
But
there
also
has been a theory for a while that the world of Alien is also the world of Blade Runner. I wonder if they're gonna confirm that somehow.
really,
Cool.
Yeah, because
I've never heard that.
Apparently, Weyland-Yutani exists in both universes.
I just want to welcome our alien overlords again.
Yes, I welcome our alien overlords, our robot overlords, cyborg overlords, insect overlords, maybe not spider overlords. I'm gonna have to take a second thought on that one. Snake overlords, just any overlords.
I'm
All
excited for this.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next story here.
Evil Dead is back, and it's gonna be fire. New Line Cinema and Sony Pictures have officially set the next installment in the cult horror franchise titled Evil Dead Burn for a July 24th, 2026 release. And Dune Part 2 and climax actress Solhia Yakub has signed on to star. Okay. The new film is being directed by Sebastian Vanecek, and I told the studio, and this is what Sebastian said, I told the studio that I wanted to make a nasty film, a film that hurts, from which you come away tested. Ugh. No date when the new Evil Dead movie will rise into theaters.
Graveyard
Well,
has
sounds
to
like
be
a fun
excited for
movie,
this.
doesn't it?
I'm a little nervous for this one. Like I don't know what the Evil Dead was that just came out, but it freaked me out. Like I could not even watch the commercials that came on, the whole mother thing. Oh my gosh. I can't even look at the screen. I'm not even looking at the screen right now.
There's almost a standard that Evil Dead has to have and Graveyard talks about it on their show all the time. So I mean, like, hopefully they don't kind of deviate from where that is.
Could be. But will there be pizza balls involved? I mean, are they allowed to have pizza balls?
I think we should talk about another nasty movie.
Well, time for some toxic news. The Toxic Avenger is officially being released as an unrated film. It's oozing into theaters without an MPAA rating. Why unrated? Good question. Let me answer that. Try a mix of ultraviolence, toxic content, mutant nudity, splatter, monster core, and of course, piss play. This is exactly what you'd want from a Toxic Avenger movie. Cineverse, who's backing the release alongside Bloody Disgusting, very fitting name, sees something they like. Cineverse chairman and CEO Chris McGurk added, "This is the kind of movie that major studios are averse to releasing because it dares to push boundaries. But Cineverse is rooted in championing bold, uncompromising storytelling. We believe audiences are ready and eager for piss play in movies, for films like this to take center stage. The Toxic Avenger reboot is rescheduled for release in theaters on August 29th, 2025. Are you guys ready for piss?"
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you read this one and not me.
What the hell is this movie?
It's the amount of sarcasm I had to throw into the delivery on that.
Well,
that's exactly what I wanted you to read. I was like, I feel like I need Phil to say piss play.
I have no comment except that McGurk is what the Irish say when they're vomiting.
Yep.
I'm glad they're going full like
just McGurk?
Toxic Avenger for this movie. Like they're not holding back at all. They're not trying to make this mainstream. They're not trying to do something to appeal to masses and kind of going off the name. They're going full trauma into this and like embracing
so much. I'm more curious. Dinklage signed off on this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, and Dinklage has been like so out there and just talking about like, and then you hear about the shit that they're doing in this movie.
Yeah.
Toxic content, mutant nudity, which means we're gonna get. Are we getting Dinklage dong?
You're excited for that.
Monster core and then piss play. Like, come on, man. Like, just. I'm just curious.
Who says that's not what he meant by good movies?
I guess so. Like I did not realize that Dinklage was putting all of his fetishes out there like that.
No.
Hey,
He
Dinklage more
was
like
in the
Kinklage.
Knights of Badassery.
Well, I'm sorry. No, just Dinklage more like Kinklage.
We don't Kinklage shame.
No, Kinklage.
No kinklage shaming here.
It's Peter showing his Peter.
It's
Oh.
Peter Tinkle.
I don't even know where to find the trauma movies now to watch them, but maybe it's a rewatch. There you go. There you go. You and Grave.
Of,
Do a
we can
rewatch.
rewatch. I'm sure we could figure out where we can watch it. Kai, how's it going? Glad to see you in the chat here, Kai.
Hello,
speaking
Kai.
of Tingles Tingling.
Tingling. Kai was one of our viewers from the stream when we on Friday when we did the
Jackbox games.
Jackbox games. Is Alan Cummings a traitor to Marvel secrets?
What?
Yeah, it's like Spider-Man and the Hulk. Don't tell him shit. Alan Cumming, who we first met as the teleporting blue skin mutant Nightcrawler in X2, the X-Men United, will return for Avengers Doomsday, and in it, he'll be facing off with another major character in the film. In a recent interview, Cumming casually dropped a major detail about his character's upcoming MCU clash, and I guess this could be considered a spoiler. So, proceed at your own risk. Right now, I'm doing it again, playing Nightcrawler, and I was learning stunts yesterday for some fight scenes. I'm sort of learning these fights, and I'm like, what? Who am I fighting with? They're like, you're hitting Pedro Pascal against the head. Can't quite believe that. So
That was your Scottish accent?
No, it wasn't my Scottish accent. I wasn't going to do a Scottish
Right
accent.
now I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
Right now
don't
we're
do it.
doing it again.
No.
Nightcrawler.
I'm playing Nightcrawler.
No.
Oh, so then it's
She's like, no,
No.
stop.
Oh.
So, guys, is Alan coming or going with these Nightcrawler spoilers?
He just bamfed some spoilers out there. Oh my gosh. So Nightcrawler's going to be fighting Mr. Fantastic?
Fantastic, yeah.
That makes sense. Honestly,
Yeah.
bit of confusion. I like it.
They didn't say how he was hitting him on the head. Maybe he's like slamming into him, like somebody's hitting him into him.
Maybe.
We don't know
But
that.
also, it's
That
Secret
could be
Wars,
it.
So, again, also
Well,
it's
no, it's
Secret
Doomsday.
Wars. It's Doomsday.
It's Doomsday.
Oh, well,
It's Doomsday.
we'll see. I feel like there could be like an Avengers vs. X-Men thing going on.
Yeah, but
Or the
it does
Fantastic Four.
Or Avengers vs. Fantastic Four.
like
Or
it
X-Men
kind of
vs.
reminds
Fantastic
me
Four.
of some Winter Soldier
Everybody.
type action where it's, all the good guys fighting another set of good guys type thing. They don't really see eye to eye for whatever reason, and they're gonna duke it out for a little bit. But in the end, hey, we're all gonna shake hands.
Right, because
that
there's
type
a
of
bigger
thing.
threat. It's Robert Downey Jr.
Yes,
exactly.
But all right, thanks, Ellen. Appreciate that. He's
Who
not a
hasn't said the
beta.
bigger threat is Robert Downey Jr.
Yes.
And speaking of certain members of the Fantastic Four being hit against the head,
Oh, God.
just Fantastic Four in general, is Herbie from a galaxy far, far away. The first trailers from the Fantastic Four First Steps have highlighted the main characters of the film, but we haven't heard much from the robot helper, Herbie, who we saw helping Ben Grimm, / The Thing, played by Bus Backrack, out in the kitchen making dinner. Thanks to Empire, we now know that Herbie is being played by Matthew Wood, a sound editor and voice actor who has worked on multiple Star Wars films and series. Wood is best known for providing the voice of General Grievous in Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, as well as the Clone Wars and Tales of the Empire. He is also the current actor for Bib Fortuna, having played the Twi'lek Majordomo in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, The Mandalorian, The Bad Batch, and The Book of Boba Fett. The Fantastic Four will flame on into theaters on July 25th of 2025. And of course, General Kenobi.
General Kenobi. I don't know what page that's on anymore, just because I had to throw every. Oh, there it is.
Hello there.
Okay, it's there. It's there. Just
I got you. Yeah.
I'm okay.
mean,
Cool.
So what do we think?
it sounds fun. I
Yeah.
mean, you have the guy who played General Grievous essentially being Herbie, and it's gonna be fun to kind of hear what he does with that character.
From not a
Yeah.
droid to a droid.
Right.
Not a droid.
Not
to a
the
droid.
droids you're working for. To hello, I'm a droid now. Waka
Hello.
waka waka.
I like this picture. We didn't really show the picture, but this new picture of Herbie, I like this. I really like Herbie now. I'm excited for this film, but I'm all good.
Yeah. No, I think it'll be fun.
Okay, who's got the
Very
next?
60s.
Yes, very 60s.
Very 60s.
All right. Let's move on to this next story here, guys.
All right. Oh, this is a fun one. What started out as a rumor yesterday is a polarizing news story today. The rumor was Neve Campbell would be playing Polaris, aka Lorna Dane, in either an X-Men movie or film or the X-Men 97 series. Now it's been confirmed today that she will be voicing Polaris in X-Men 97 season 2 of the animated series. Okay, all right. I like it. This news was confirmed by X-Men 97 former showrunner Bo DeMaio, who said, I cast her as Polaris in season 2 of the X-Men 97. She does amazing work bringing something new and felt right to have a 90s icon pick up where Lorna's story was left in cold comfort. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
She's got some thoughts on Genosha. This casting news comes as Marvel fans look ahead to the next chapter of the animated revival, which won't hit Disney Plus until 2026.
So
Or
the only
maybe
thing
never,
that
if Bob Iger has something to do with it.
I was gonna say, the only thing that worries me about this is because they got rid of Bo DeMaio and because they're saying that they're rewriting the script. Bodemile hired her, but what's to say that they're not going to cut the character if they're getting rid of everything that he put his hands in?
Or recast her kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're getting closer to like this project, so I think they're going to keep her in it.
Yeah.
Especially since she's such a big name.
Yeah, I think that's great. The other thing is the idea I like about her. I mean, that's just basically saying that we are going to be getting more of Magneto and his children because Polaris is a big deal as far as like his kids go. So
definitely, I think that I think it would be cool to see her again, and I love Polaris, so I'm like on the Polaris train now.
On the Polar
Or
Express.
whatever.
The Polaris Express.
No.
The Polaris Express.
Polaris Express.
There you go.
We did it.
Polaris
We did it,
Express.
everybody.
There we go.
Everybody. We did it, Patrick. We saved the city.
God. Let's move into this next story, guys.
Late breaking born again news.
Woo!
Kristen Ritter. Yeah. Kristen Ritter is officially stepping back into the leather jacket of Jessica Jones for season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. The reveal came straight from Disney's upfront presentation in New York City, giving fans what they've been hoping for since Marvel first announced the Daredevil reboot. With Ritter's comeback confirmed, it will be interesting to see how Jessica fits into this new chapter of Daredevil.
Oh.
All right. So
I'm super excited. Oh, okay, I'm done.
She's like, I cannot wait. I'm waiting. I'm not waiting for this.
I wouldn't say it was I was hoping for that since it came out, but it's kind of nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Especially where season 1 ended, where Born Again ended.
Right.
It's like, where is everybody else? Where's all your buddies? So
does this mean we're gonna get the rest of the Defenders as well, or
hopefully? I mean, they've been saying for a while like we may be getting Shang-Chi, or we may be getting Iron Fist and Shang-Chi 2. We might be getting. I mean, we need Luke Cage back 100%. That story ended in a place where they needed another season, and then they got canceled, and it's like, no, I need more Luke Cage. It was just getting
much of an army.
And then you can do like you do the next season. It's Luke uncaged.
God, what Jen was just saying right now, though.
There you go.
Yeah, it wouldn't be much of an army if he didn't recruit the Defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and they're already there, and they already know the score, and they already know that Fisk is a baddie. And so he's going to need all the help he can get. Hopefully, we'll also get Angela Torres as White Tiger as well in season 2. I think that would be amazing.
Dope. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
All right. Well, that is all the news.
That's it for the news. Now, guys, we've got a couple of more segments here. So let's jump into this next segment. We just kind of moved it towards the back here. Ladies and gentlemen, not only is it time for Jen's casting corral, it is time for Jen's fan casting corral. Oh yeah, let's do this.
Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Oh, wait a minute. I had something for this.
Okay, yay! Tonight we're fan casting for the X-Men reboot. Y'all ready for this?
Let's do it.
All right. So this casting corral is very extra on God.
On God.
I don't know how to say that. So, all right. The MCU has been saying mutants are coming, and now with some Doomsday casting revealed, it looks like they are here. So let's talk about which mutants we want to see in an X-Men movie and who we would like to play those wacky X people. Now we'll go ahead and talk about the characters appearing in that we already know are appearing in Avengers Doomsday. So we'll also fan cast those as well, because chances are the people in Doomsday and probably Secret Wars won't make it out to be
Right.
in the next X-Men movie.
Right.
Or maybe they will.
We'll see.
Let's see.
But we're still going to cast them because it's fun.
And then I picked people that were connected to, I think, members of the ones that we already know about for fan casting as well. And we all have our things, right? Everybody pick people?
Yes. I've got my list right here.
Okay, let's do this. Who wants
All right.
to go first? First, we're gonna do Gambit because it's Gambit,
Okay.
and let's have James go first.
All right.
Why do we need to recast Gambit? We got a Gambit.
Yeah, I'm staying with the I'm staying with the Gambit we have.
Yeah, I'm saying with what's his name, Tatum.
Channing Tatum.
Tater.
Yeah,
Tater.
I'm
Yeah.
magic miking all over Gambit for this one.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that Channing Tatum, not only, I mean, he's getting another chance, but I think he moving forward should continue to be Gambit.
I agree. I think he's going to go out and make a name for himself.
Mhm.
Yes. My pick is also Channing Tatum.
Okay, all right. Wait, do we have? Didn't Graveyard send us a list as well? Who's got that?
I believe he did.
Okay.
I have it,
So-
but I didn't pull it up because
Yeah. That's
You didn't want to.
we were
It's
very
his.
unprepared.
I got it. I got it right here. So
it's
his
graveyards.
Gambit,
I just didn't want to do graveyards.
his Gambit is Domhnall Gleeson.
Ooh.
Dom Hall Gleason. Oh, that's a good one. I
Okay, I
picked
can see
Timothy Chalamet.
For Gambit?
Yes, for Gambit.
Okay.
Huh.
I think he would be good. He had Dune has made me think that he could play a gray character like that and do it well, and his accent would be on point.
Okay.
I understand where you're coming from. I think he could do the character. I don't know if he could do the accent.
I think he could. You know, he's French, right?
Yeah, but
And
that doesn't
fluent.
necessarily mean you can do a.
Yeah, and I mean, we're looking
He's
at
halfway there.
Yeah, we're looking at somebody. What we really want is somebody not with the French accent, but with a Cajun accent.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but that's halfway there with the French.
Yeah, it's distinctly different.
Yeah, you know what?
It's distinctly.
I knew I was gonna piss a lot of people off. So.
She told
It's
me
like-
before
There we
this.
go.
She was like, "I'm going to piss everyone off with my picks." So,
It's
Yes.
like Philippe doing a Scottish accent. You're like, no.
No.
All right. Okay. You're
All right. Next on the list is Cyclops.
Ooh. All right, so we're starting with
That
James again.
one-eyed child abander.
who wants to go?
James.
Oh,
James,
you want me to
or-
go?
I think
Okay.
we're just doing.
Yeah.
So like James, Phil, then me.
You know, I wish I could take credit for this one, but I saw this the other day. What's his name? Arnold Schwarzenegger's son.
Patrick Schwarzenegger. That's who my pick was. Is Patrick
Patrick-
Schwarzenegger.
That's who
Sports thing.
mine is. Oh my god.
Yeah.
He was so good in White Lotus. He could play cocky. He could play like I think I'm in charge. I want to be in charge. But you can see like the cracks, the flaws underneath his persona. I think Patrick Schwarzenegger is so good, and he would be so good as Cyclops.
Oh, would he abandon his children?
Yes,
probably
and
would.
he'd be
He
so good at
probably
it.
would.
Okay, well I went a little different.
Hey, he might not abandon his brother. You know what I mean? White Lotus. Merp.
There you go.
I went a little
I
different.
haven't seen
went,
it. Thanks for spoiling it.
I'm just letting you know. There's no way I could spoil that.
So
it's
I
so
went. I went with Tom Hopper.
Okay.
I think you need it again. I don't know about Patrick Schwarzenegger here. I think to play. Well, yeah, I can see it. To play Cyclops, you need a jaw that can cut glass. I feel like Tom Hopper's got it. I feel like he's got kind of
Patrick
the look
Schwarzenegger
down.
has that jaw.
Have you looked at my son's jaw?
No, I have. I agree that I was not aware of Patrick Schwarzenegger until now. I
Look
I
at
can
my
see
son's
it.
jaw. My son looks more like his mother, but it's fine.
I can see it. Yeah.
He does. He looks more like a Kennedy
does.
than he does
Yeah. I mean, I do. Yeah, it kind of depends on what they're going for. I think your pick is good for like a younger Cyclops, and mine's a little older, kind of a little more wizened. Has been through some shit.
I think they're
Cyclops.
very close in age.
I'd say Patrick Rotator looks significantly younger.
So Graveyard,
okay. All right.
Graveyard's pick was Asa Butterfield.
Who dat?
Okay.
Yeah, I see
Asa
that.
Butterfield. The last time I saw him in anything, he was still a kid, so I don't even know what he looks like as an adult.
Somebody look him up.
I am.
Frey, did
Yeah.
you say
Okay.
did you say Patrick Schwarzenegger as well?
Yeah, I did. I had him
So
down.
crazy.
I don't know.
Hilarious.
I don't know how I feel about Asa Butterfield. He looks way too young. He's 28, but he looks like a child, kind of.
Like
That was almost my
12.
problem.
He
with,
does
with
look really
Patrick
young.
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Patrick Schwarzenegger at least looks like he's in his mid 20s.
Yeah. You can see that.
Yeah. Okay, so did everybody say
I think so.
Yeah,
say?
I think everybody did.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So the next one we have is Professor X. So let's mix it up a little. Okay, Phil, you go first.
My Professor X. Let me open up my list again. Oh shit.
I haven't ever heard of that actor.
Yeah, I know, right? Mark Strong.
Oh, okay, I could see that.
Yeah,
All right.
I like the idea of Mark Strong as Professor X. I think he has a lot of strong performances. British actor, so I mean, like, you can have that on there. If not Mark Strong, my runner-up would be Ralph Fiennes.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
Ralph
Michael Wheat.
Fiennes.
Yeah,
That would be good.
So Phil.
Yeah.
So did you put Mark Strong out there first, or did I?
What are you guys doing?
And Mark Strong's already bald, so I mean, like,
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
yeah,
Mark Strong is also my pick.
yeah.
So I really think he could do it. He's got the look down. He's got the intensity down. He could do a really impassioned speech. He's got that kind of Patrick Stewart energy.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, you know, if they want to do like a reboot of, you know, like a Kelvin Timeline Next Generation or something, he'd probably be a good Picard too. And I feel like that's a good qualification for being Professor X. So,
James,
Is there any way that we start to race bend some of these characters?
oh yeah,
By all means,
I think Professor X. I don't think you need to really.
Because as I was doing this research and I saw, I came across somebody, and somebody said Jeffrey Wright,
Oh, Jeffrey
he'd
Wright
be
is so good.
amazing.
Yes,
and I was like, wow, that would be bold, and I like it.
I just didn't pick him because he's a Watu.
Yeah, he's the
from
Watcher.
What If. So
Yeah, he's a Watu the Watcher.
Hey,
yeah, but I mean, he's a character that even if he was in live action, it wouldn't look like him.
Yeah.
Bald people need to work too. Okay, let them have two different roles.
Exactly. That's why we picked Mark Strong.
Yeah, but
So-
I like that because he's such a good actor.
I mean,
Jeffrey Wright.
he is a really good actor.
Jeffrey Wright's amazing.
I would
but I'm not saying
absolutely love him to be that.
that. Yeah.
I would love him to be Professor X. Although I think Mark Rylance would actually be a better Professor X.
I'm not familiar with that
He
person.
played the guy that created the video game in Ready Player One that they found at the end. He was also in Wolf Hall. And he's been in so much, and he always he's such a good character actor that he embodies the role. So even though he looks the same, you don't think it's the same actor. And I just think he could do a really good job with Professor X.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh yeah, he has the look down.
Yeah, he's very distinguished and a little put out all the time.
He's very professorial. He looks like a teacher. Like, it's really okay. I like it.
Graveyard says Bryan Cranston.
Oh yeah, I could do that. Yeah, we need a Breaking
betting-
Bad X.
I don't want to like spoil anything. I'm betting Bruce Campbell's on here somewhere, right?
He's all
Somewhere
of
in
them.
the answers, he'll be there.
He's
Yeah.
he's
He is
somewhere.
not.
Yeah.
He is not.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Shocking.
Let's continue.
Shocking.
All right. Our next one is Professor X's favorite boy toy, Luscious Lex Lyncher himself, Magneto.
Viggo Mortensen.
Perfect.
Ooh.
I think
Perfect.
Viggo Mortensen is the
I like-
perfect
that's
casting.
good.
He's not
Yeah.
too old, not too young.
No, that's good.
He has the look. He has the acting ability. Viggo Mortensen, 100%.
I think Vigo might be a better Banshee.
I see where you're going with that with Vigo, but I would go a little bit older. So I will raise you and I will say Mads Mikkelsen as Magneto.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
kind of an
okay.
interesting take.
I could, yeah.
He's a little bit old,
Okay.
can be grisly, but can be dignified, and can play dramatic really well.
And
Yeah,
he
does-
and
has a
ladies
lot
love
of
him.
range. Which
Lady
is important.
LL Mads Mikkelsen.
So for a few of these, I retained people from previous movies. Magneto is the first one of them. I'm retaining Michael Fassbender. I just don't know if, between him and Ian McKellen, if anybody else could properly do Magneto justice. He has experience with the character. He knows what he's doing. He's able to play tortured. I would have loved to maybe find, a Jewish actor or something to play him, but Michael Fassbender has it down already. So I would be good for him just returning. And just staying
He's also
as...
fluent in German.
He is. See, there you go. And you have a whole... You can do the backstory and all that. He's got the right energy.
Okay. Frey, where are you at?
I went a totally different direction, but it's one of Michael Fassbender's brothers from Band of Brothers.
Ooh.
Damian Lewis.
Okay.
All right.
Wow,
Okay.
that was silence. Damian Lewis, and you guys went,
Maybe you're blowing our minds.
I need to see.
Well, so he actually, he and Mike Rylance did Wolf Hall together, and them together, it was just amazing. They're the reason that Wolf Hall was so great. And Damian Lewis can play really evil. We've seen him do it. But he also has that he's got gravitas. So I just think that he should do it.
Okay, who do we have next?
Oh, Graveyard had Peter Capaldi.
No. Yeah,
I
Bruce
can
Campbell.
see Peter Capaldi.
This took me a minute to figure out because I was like, who could play Beast really well? And I was like looking online and seeing suggestions, and who I ended up going with is there is an actor. He is a Middle Eastern actor, very good actor. He plays the sheriff. My pick is Rahul Kohli. If you guys,
I know who Rahul Kohli is.
Yeah,
he's a really great. He's a great actor.
Really good. And I started looking into different actors and looking at okay, who would be good as Beast, and I pictured him in a full costume and being the big blue Beast. And I was like, dude, he could pull that off. He'd be a really good Beast. So Rahul Kohli is my pick for Beast.
Rahul Kohli looks like Ezra Bridger.
He kind of does. He
From Ahsoka.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
All right.
I kind of like that. I like that we all seem to be going in different directions, except for Patrick Schwarzenegger. So that was really
I went in a different direction. I would like to point out. So,
what did you go with Beast?
I went with Sam Richardson.
Sam Richardson is
Sam
from...
Richardson.
I know he was on Ted Lasso for a little bit. He's
been
yeah.
He was on Veep. He played the owner, owner of the Nigerian. He kept calling Sam Obensaya Pinky.
Yep.
Oh,
it's that guy. It's that
guy.
I feel like just from his previous roles, I haven't seen him in a lot, but from his previous roles, from what I've kind of seen, he seems like he could kind of get both of the sides of the character. He could do the very intelligent and thoughtful and clever Beast, but also the slightly more, I'm trying not to let go. I'm trying to retain all of that. I feel like you can really get that struggle down. Plus, he's got the look down. He's kind of got a big physique and whatever. Like, even in just a human form, he looks like he could possibly be Beast.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love it. Okay. All right. James.
I didn't really go with one. I stayed with Kelsey Grammer since we've seen Kelsey Grammer in, what was that, the Marvels?
The Marvels, yeah.
Yeah. I just kind of stuck with that.
Okay. All right. I went with Alan Rickson.
Oh, look at you.
Alan.
You did it. You did it.
I went with
Alan
Alan Rickson.
You know who Alan Rickson is.
We don't need an explanation.
You don't need to look him up.
I did it.
I mean,
I did it. What do you?
That's the question.
No. What do you got to say about that, Phil?
I
He'd
feel
be in blue.
True. I feel like not that he's an insignificant character, but I feel like Beast is a waste for Alan Rickson.
Why?
I feel like there are much more prominent characters that you can give Alan Rickson.
You mean like Batman?
But that's DC. I'm talking about in Marvel.
Okay, who in Marvel then?
I don't know. I just don't feel like I feel like it's kind of.
Well, I mean, along the same lines. Speaking of Alan Richardson, from The Reacher, and I'm gonna kind of jump around, but for I could see this character or Alan Richardson playing this character, but for Colossus,
Alan Richardson.
Oh yeah, he'd be great, Colossus.
Well, I was thinking, who was in season 3 of Reacher? Oliver Richters, who played that huge guy that beat up Reacher. I could see that guy being Colossus.
I kind of
or
just
Omega Red.
I kind of just want the dude from Deadpool to play Colossus.
That
guy was perfect.
No,
in that universe, that dude was the perfect Colossus.
Oh no, I agree completely.
Comic book accurate. He is. Everything about him is perfect. Like,
but what about this dude from Reacher? This Zangief looking dude.
He said Omega Red. That's actually a really good point.
Okay.
Omega Red, yeah.
Graveyard said Jerome Flynn.
Yeah, he's wrong. That's Bruce Campbell. It's Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell is Colossus, is what he wrote.
Oh gosh. Okay. So the next one is Nightcrawler.
Ooh, Nightcrawler.
Probably not going to be Alan Cumming after giving away all the secrets.
No. So my pick, because of the way that he gets into his roles and the way that he can kind of contort himself, I feel like he would be really good to lend himself to Nightcrawler. Bill Skarsgård.
Oh, okay. I like that. And he's creepy. So, and that could bring in like a creep factor to Nightcrawler that they haven't had before.
Right. I think Bill Skarsgård would be a really good Nightcrawler.
He's kind of an odd-looking guy too, which I think helps.
He's like, he's got this weird look to him, but he's still oddly handsome. So it's like it's a weird thing.
He is oddly attractive, but it's I think it's the right kind of. I think it's the right kind of energy.
I want the swashbuckling Nightcrawler.
I also think Bill Skarsgård can do that. That's the thing. It's like, I think that
he can go arg.
We already have Alan Cummings as Nightcrawler, but if we had to recast, I think we go with another, gay host of a TV show, and we go RuPaul as Nightcrawler. That would be the perfect swashbuckling Nightcrawler out there. You're welcome, Internet.
Erase everything else. That's my pick.
There you go.
There you go. Graveyard said Timothy Chalamet.
Great.
Of course he did.
But he meant Bruce Campbell.
My pick. It's another one where I'm retaining somebody. I am retaining Cody Smith McPhee from the newer Fox X-Men movies.
Oh, the little itty bitty, the baby crawler.
Yeah, the younger one.
The baby.
I think he's got the energy. He's got the look down. Like he really
The
Yeah,
stamina.
the stamina. Yeah, he was a perfect Nightcrawler. So I would just keep him
Oh
Cool.
wow.
and
Cool.
give him
Wow.
another chance to be in better movies.
Mhm.
Okay.
I said Ty Tennant.
Who?
Ty Tennant, David Tennant's son, who was Aegon in House of the
Oh.
Dragon. He peed out the window.
Okay.
I just if you look at him now, he's got short, dark, curly hair, and he's kind of lanky. He's not as tall as his dad, but he is still on the taller side. I think he could do swashbuckling, and he could do that like, oh, I'm so alone, and I'm blue, and I'm German, and I
And I'm
think that would be
Catholic.
great.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
He's got the look.
Yes.
Yeah,
Next up,
I should have did more Game of Thrones type characters because they're all gonna get recycled.
yeah, exactly. The next up is the one, the only blue lady, Mystique. So let's hear from SHDU first. This
Do what
time.
you do.
All right. So my pick, again, slightly older Mystique. I'm going Megan Fox, actually.
Oh.
I
Wow.
think she's got, again, I think she's got the energy.
Hold on, you said slightly older Megan Fox. What do you categorize Megan Fox as?
Excuse me while I do some Googling.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Do you consider Megan Fox like cougar level?
No. I meant slightly older as in like not in her 20s.
Okay. All right.
Because I'm thinking like if we're doing like almost a first class thing, we're gonna need younger actors.
Is she a MILF for you?
Does she have kids?
I don't know. I'm just wondering. I'm
Okay.
just trying to get your
Well, then
POV.
that's the definition of.
I'm skibbity whatever. I'm trying to see
I'm
your
not-
POV.
Please,
Bibbidi
Jesus,
bibbidi.
no, please don't do that. I am Gen Z, not Gen Alpha.
Um,
What do you got to say about that, chat?
just
Let's keep it going because we do have people waiting in the rafters. So let's
We
keep
do.
it
Okay,
going.
let's do this.
Anyway,
Let's do this.
I
Let's
think
do this.
I think Megan Fox has the look down. She could do Mystique. It makes sense to me.
Okay.
Continue.
James.
I was gonna say I like that one. I was just giving him crap, but I didn't have a Mystique one. So, but I do like the Megan Fox one. That's nice. Good job. Good job.
Okay.
I feel your Riz.
Phil.
Anna de Armas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
yeah,
Anna de
I can
Armas.
see that.
She has
was
the
a runner-up,
acrobatics
yeah.
down. She has a lot of the acting chops and everything like that. She does action really well. I think she would do a good job with Mystique.
I can
Okay.
see it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we all
And-
picked somewhat attractive people too, because that is part of the character.
Well, yeah, Mystique is very attractive.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get to graveyards, I said Jodie Turner Smith.
oh,
So she
You-
was the mother
you-
in the mother of the twins in Acolyte, and she was on Bad Monkey. She played like a
what's
voodoo
that?
priestess.
She already got a role. You know who she's gonna play. Stop.
And it's probably
No,
all of
no,
our
I've got
picks.
somebody else for that. But yeah,
Okay.
but that's who I said would be Mystique. Look, it was either her or Hannah Waddingham.
oh
Well, I still think Hannah Waddingham would be a better Emma Frost.
Okay.
would be good at it.
Yeah, she would be a good Emma Frost.
Talk about milfs.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. What about Graveyard?
Graveyard said Alice Eve.
Okay.
Is that the daughter
Okay,
of
I
Bruce
could see
Campbell?
that.
Okay. Okay. I could see her.
I like it.
I could
Yeah,
see
yeah,
her.
Eric in the chat said Andy Samberg should be Nightcrawler.
Of course.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds
All right. So those are the characters
that.
that we know are appearing in Avengers Doomsday.
Yep.
Right.
So the characters that I added are Jean Grey, Polaris, Rogue, Storm, Wolverine, Jubilee, and X-23. So we're gonna go through those and come up with those. I just picked some X people out of the ether. So who
full
knows? It could be everybody.
disclosure. I didn't do all
Mhm.
my homework and I didn't do all of them. So I say, since we're at time, by the way, we should push forward and pick like one or two characters and fan cast them, and we can keep it going.
Let's
Mainly
just
because
go
I didn't do my homework.
quickly.
Or we could do a rapid fire.
Yeah, let's just do rapid fire, and then and James could, since he didn't do his homework, he can MC it, and then that way, and we could just rapid fire. We just won't say why. We'll just
Yeah, we'll just say this person, this person, this person. This
Okay,
person.
let's start.
Yes,
Okay,
no.
here we go.
okay.
Frey, let's start with you. So give me some fan casting for who you saw as Jean Grey in the new MCU version of the X-Men,
Emma Mackey,
Okay.
who is from
Barbie, Sex Education. She was a Margot Robbie lookalike.
Ooh. Why? How come
Yeah,
nobody
but she
said
had the
Margot
dark hair.
Robbie?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
That's my
Phil.
pick. I didn't do Jean Grey, so my pick is Margot Robbie for Jean Grey. Boom! I did my homework.
Okay,
You're welcome.
there you go.
Young Phil, what do you got? He fell asleep.
So I was trying to go through different actresses and everything, and who I ended up landing on is Saoirse Ronan.
Ooh.
I could see
What-
that. I like
What
that.
he's really saying is he didn't do his homework as well. So he was trying to buy time, search on his phone, and give a name. So who'd you say again?
Saoirse Ronan.
She's very Irish.
Yes, and married to a Scotsman, Jack
And
Loudon.
I've kind of had a crush on her for a long time. But that's beside the point. Sorry.
All right, Shadu, who do you pick?
I have Evan Rachel Wood.
It's not
I
bad.
could see that.
I like
could see
I like
that.
your style there.
Again, redhead. She has the look down. She is. Yeah. Again, she's been in a lot of things. She has a diversity of roles and has a good range, I think. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And again, she
You're
also
right,
just
she does.
looks the part. So
Graveyard
There
you
said Kiernan Shipka.
Which is also German for Bruce Campbell. And
What's next?
okay, let me throw mine out there since this is the homework I did do. But the person I have in mind, I could see playing either Rogue, so we can go Rogue, or I could see this person playing like Kitty Pryde. But my vote is for Rogue, Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, that's a good one. Actually.
Boom. You're welcome.
No, that's
Show's
okay.
over.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Actually,
see
me
it.
and Graveyard had the same person for ours.
Okay,
Go ahead,
why don't
Big
you
Hat.
start then? Who's the person that you think should
Play
not
Rogue.
live up to my answer?
Hillary Duff.
So wait, so we're doing Rogue.
Have you not seen what she looks like now?
So we're doing okay.
Rogue.
So we're going. I see. Okay, cool. Then we've done the list in a different way now. Okay, cool. So Rogue. I do that.
Do you not have you not seen what Hillary Duff looks like nowadays?
Yeah, but
No.
I went younger. I went with Nico Parker from Last of Us season 1. She played Joel's
Mm.
daughter,
Oh,
and
okay.
I think she would be an amazing Rogue.
can
I like
see
that answer. That's good.
it. I also went younger. I went with Lily James, who has been in a bunch of stuff. She was in the newer Cinderella thing. She was in Mamma Mia. She was Pamela Anderson in Pam and Tommy. She has a again wide variety. She can play traumatized. She can play empowered. I think she can really do that. Plus, she can do a southern accent.
We're not explaining it this time.
Okay, moving on. Go. I will not.
All right. So that was our Rogue. Everybody good on Rogue? Who?
Yeah.
Let's go with another strong female character. Let's go with Storm. Because Frey stole my answer already
She probably stole mine too.
with the Jodie Turner-Smith. That's who I thought was going to be Storm. But who do you guys
Well, I
think would
wanted
be
to
Storm?
be different.
Okay, go ahead. You start it off. Be different.
I said Numi Aki.
Mimi Aki.
Yes, she's a British actress. She was in Mickey 17. She's the one that wanted to have sex with all the Mickeys at the same time.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Whoa, spoiler alert. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I do like her. That's a good
She
point.
was also in Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker.
Huh. Oh, her. Yeah. Okay. I know exactly.
Yeah,
Who you're
yeah.
Yeah. I can see that. I
Thinking
also
I'm
went
like
with.
doing.
I also went with Joni Turner Smith. So, because she's the obvious choice. I've been talking about her being Storm for like a year now. So.
Well, I've been talking about her for about 3 minutes, so I think I won that one.
Eric is saying Jade Cargill should play Storm. I'm okay with that too.
Jade Cargill, a WWE wrestler, totally would work as Storm.
Yeah.
She's a fit. That's actually her kind of moniker. She goes by the Storm of WWE.
Oh yeah, no, she just is Storm.
Yeah.
Literally, yeah.
I see.
I think she actually came out in ring gear as Storm one time.
Yeah.
For me, so this is someone who I've never seen any of her work, but mostly just I saw a fan casting of this a while back, and it kind of stuck with me, and I was like, oh my god, you put her in the costume and she would look perfect, like comic accuracy. Yaya DaCosta.
I'm gonna look up Yaya.
Mm-hmm.
Raise your ya. No,
I
nobody.
like that. I think that's I like that.
Oh yeah.
That casting as well.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess she's gonna be in the new Tron movie too. So,
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
but yeah,
Okay.
Yaya DaCosta.
like
Just
her.
looking at her, I was like, dude, she could be Storm. She looks like Storm.
Yeah. No, I really like her. Okay. Cool.
Graveyard has Tati Gabrielle.
I don't know
Oh.
who that is.
Yeah.
Tati Gabrielle.
I picked Millie Bobby Brown as Polaris. I thought she'd be good as Polaris. Just by the way.
Cool. Yeah, we haven't.
Because we were
gotten to
talking about
Polaris.
Millie Bobby Brown.
We haven't gotten to Polaris yet, apparently. So.
Well, James was talking about Millie Bobby Brown.
Tati Gabrielle is. Have you guys been watching Last of Us?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's the ball.
I was just thinking about her.
She's the ball chick from in
Yeah.
season 2. Yeah. I had to look her up, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And that's the ball
I
chick.
could totally see her.
She could be Storm
as well.
Yeah, she also looks like she's usually blonde, so
she changes her hair. If you
I know
her
she changes her
pictures.
hair, but most of these pictures are her being blonde. I'm like, oh, I see it. So
yeah,
I see it. I like it. Okay, cool.
All right, before
women.
we get into like any like other characters that you just want to see, does anybody think that they're gonna recast Wolverine?
Yeah, they are. They're going
Yes,
to.
they
You
are.
know,
Do you think so?
they're going to. Yeah,
No
We're
way.
going to.
100%. They've already
we're
said
going
that
through
they
Wolverine.
need a younger actor that can continue the franchise.
All right,
Yep.
who do you think they would pick as a Wolverine?
So I've had 2 names that I've been saying on this show for like almost a year now.
And one of them is Bruce Campbell.
One of them is Daniel Radcliffe. Just because I've seen mock-ups of that Daniel Radcliffe, and I think he has the acting skills to do it. The other one is the one that I'm more serious about is Taron Egerton. I think Taron Egerton could play a young Wolverine like really well.
Yeah. Okay, I like it.
He was really
I also
good
picked
in
Daniel
Sing.
Radcliffe.
Nice. I went with Jared Kiso from Letterkenny. If you know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Shorzy.
Yeah.
He plays Shorzy as well.
Yeah.
Graveyard had Jesse Plemons.
Okay.
I could see Jesse Plemons. Got a lot of gingers going on here.
You know, I was just looking at Jared Kizo. He kind of reminds me of a Stephen Amell.
Okay.
And which made me think like, where's Stephen Amell? Like, what? How come he's not in DC or he's not in? Well, he was in DC, but how come he's not in like Marvel? Why isn't he doing more? I know he's on like Suits LA now, but like, why isn't he in like big blockbuster type movies.
I think he's doing what he wants to do.
I don't like it.
He can't do what he wants to
Okay.
do. He has to do everything for us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm down with that. All right. Does anybody have any other Wolverine names?
I said Daniel Radcliffe.
Oh, you. Oh, that's
so-
right. You both
Jared
said.
Keeso, yeah.
So who
Yeah,
did
yeah.
Graveyard say? Bruce Campbell for Wolverine.
Jesse
Yeah,
Plemons.
no, Jesse Plemons.
All right.
Yeah.
Jesse Plemons.
I'll
Cool.
take that.
Okay, cool.
Okay. How about any other characters that you see? Like, let me fit
Well,
in
we have
this
3
character.
more to go here.
Yeah, but I mean, we're already pretty over time. Like we got to
I know.
start.
All right, so
rapid fire it.
Polaris.
Yeah.
All right, Polaris.
Who do you got?
Cool.
Millie,
I
Millie
have.
Bobby Brown.
Okay, yeah, you have Millie Bobby Brown. James, who do you have for Polaris?
I got nothing.
Okay, Young Phil.
I didn't have anything for Polaris.
I
See,
have
he didn't do his
Natalia
homework.
Dyer. I don't really know who she is. She was on a bunch of fan casts. Jubilee. Frey.
Natasha Louis Bordizzo.
Cool.
Oh.
James.
That's perfect. No, hold
Yeah.
on. Everybody stop. Phrase right. Phrase right. Sabine Wren? Right?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No, that's
No.
actually cool.
yeah.
No,
All right.
everybody needs to be quiet.
I like
It's
it.
Frey. Phrase right. Phrase right.
Just real quick on mine. I said Lana Condor, who played her in.
I
X-Men
also said
Apocalypse.
Lana Condor. She was screwed.
Yeah, I think that she did a good
Okay,
job
there we
in
go.
the movie. So I mean, like she deserves a second chance as the
All right,
character.
and then finally, if they're recasting X-23, Frey.
I said Daphne Keene.
It's Daphne
James?
Keene. I don't think anybody else should play her.
I think we all said Daphne Keene. So yeah. So,
Graveyard said Adeline Rudolph for Jubilee.
No. It's
Uh-huh.
from what? A scary movie or something? No.
I don't know. He also has 2 extra characters just because he can't let these ones go. John Hamm is Mr. Sinister, and I agree with that one 100%. And Jim Carrey returning to play Mojo.
I think he should return to play Arcade, but that's me.
I like those
Oh, wow.
actually. Those are pretty good. Those
Yeah.
are pretty good.
All
All right, Disney,
Right.
you got a lot to do with X-Men. You got to put some money out there.
Hey, we are the definitive group online on the internet. So
Yes, we do.
Disney,
We stand
Take our cash.
atop a mountain of unassailable truth. But
So-
you do have your own.
yeah,
I
no.
will say this about X-Men and casting for films and whatnot. I could see any group like combination of these actors getting into the films when it comes to the X-Men. But what I think Disney will do is do some kind of X-Men Disney Plus series and get a lot of actors that we've never seen before, and maybe it's going to be like a new mutants type thing where they get a bunch of younger actors to fill into these mutant roles and
Right. I
go
could
from there.
see- or doing like a first class thing or whatever.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That was fun.
Cool. All right. No, that was great.
Absolutely
I
was.
wish
Give
we
me
had more time
one
to do
moment
it.
here, guys. I got to set something up.
All right.
We'll just sit here and wait. That's fine.
It's okay.
But if you didn't know, we got merch, people.
We got merch, people. What screen is this shit on?
I just wanted to see if you knew where the button was.
I don't. Where's the button?
Technology.
Oh, you know what? Because now I have this.
That works. Jeez.
I've got my own like button now. So
I
yes,
came back and I just heard the.
he's like, what is going on right now?
I was like, what?
He's got a
What
button
is
for a button. Great.
He's hunting for a button. Let me add the screen back real quick here because I had to add something to the
Real quick, while we're just kind of filling, Eric Ruiz said Tom Hardy needs to be Wolverine. I knew Tom Hardy was a good Venom. I think he made Venom, but I think there's room for more Tom Hardy somewhere in these films.
I don't think it's Wolverine though.
No,
I-
I don't
yeah.
think so either.
I don't know, but like he's such a good actor.
Plus, I would like
I
to
could
say
see him
that,
as Sabretooth.
Yeah, there you go. Somebody like that.
Plus, I
That
would like to
actually
say
would be
Jared Keeso is Canadian.
Burr, 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 burr. We'll add it in post. Don't worry about it.
I love that. I love that she knew. It was like, what did I break? I didn't do it. It was for me.
See,
didn't
it
do
wasn't
it.
me.
Swear
It
to
wasn't me
God.
that time. Was it
me that time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to I'm sorry, James. I'm stepping on your
have
lines.
something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on and connect with us.
On all the social media places, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's not X, Twitch, TikTok, Threads, YouTube, Discord, Blue Sky, MySpace, Vine, GeoCities, Friends from Second Life, AIM, Farmers Only, Christian Mingle, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watkins' feet and mandals, the beard, Jahmez's glasses, judging you for not buying all of the new merch. It is judging you because buy all the merch, guys. Just do it. The bags and the shirts. And of course, everything she do would do for money.
Thanks, and keep nerding together.
Together.